giving it right back to him.
Oh, giving it more than back there. I hope there's more. There we go.
Stuff there as well. The security's happening.
I'm so sick of these double standard, habitually contradictory, incompetent, super biased boxing fans and pundits. This fight is trash.
Know your fucking place, trash.
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know one line.
Yo, what's good, Boxing Talk family? It's your boy, Dr. Boxing Talk, back for another YouTube video banger, man. Yes, sir. Yes, man. I don't know what time it is. The doctor's in the house, man, so check this out. As you can see from the intro, man, I'm very disappointed. Not to say I haven't been expressing my disappointment in this fight for the longest since it was first made, but I'm really just been brought over the edge with this one today, man. I was watching the weigh-in, and these guys are talking like this is such a great fight, man, between Nick Ball and TJ Doheny. Like, bro, the double standards are crazy. The blatant bias is crazy, man. Let's talk about two of boxing's biggest stars. The biggest being Saul Canelo Alvarez, aka Cinnamon, aka the face of boxing. And the second biggest, or third biggest, however you want to put it, whether it's Gervonta or Anthony Joshua, doesn't matter. But we're going to go with Gervonta Tank Davis for the sake of this argument that I'm about to make to you right now, right? So Canelo Alvarez and Gervonta Tank Davis. Canelo Alvarez has just fought Edgar Berlanga, and I get it. You know, it's not a very intriguing fight for most people. You know, they think Edgar Berlanga doesn't deserve it. But you know what Edgar Berlanga is? Edgar Berlanga was ranked #1 in the WBA. Yeah, the highest ranked position for one of the belts that Saul Canelo Alvarez had. You know, and he's a bigger fighter. And he was a younger, undefeated bull trying to take the throne. And Canelo beat him. And people said, oh, he cherry picked him. Okay, that's cool. I'm not saying that he didn't cherry pick him. Whatever you want to say, that's fine. That's fine that you critique it. But keep the same energy when it comes to other fighters. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about my boy Naoya Inoue. Now, you know, he just fought Yi Jun Kim, which is wasn't too impressive. But he also fought TJ Doheny, you know, the same guy that Nick Ball is fighting. But you know what the difference is? I did say he cherry picked TJ Doheny, you know, but he's undisputed, so he's accomplished. I'm not saying that because you're undisputed, it allows you to cherry pick. But what I'm saying is that we gonna give you a little bit more grace and afford you that because we understand you fought pretty much everybody in your division, but you didn't fight MJ Akmadaliev. You know what I'm saying? If they kept the same energy for Canelo and Naoya Inoue, you know, everybody wants to talk about Canelo not fighting David Benavidez. Well, David Benavidez wasn't ordered twice like MJ Akmadaliev was, but that's a whole nother story anyway. We're going to focus on the meat and potatoes in the main dish. You're going to keep the main thing, you know? But so Canelo has fought a highly ranked guy in his last fight, right? People were mad at that. They said, oh, you know, this is not a fight that we want to see. Okay, cool. He cherry picked. Okay, cool. Then you let's go to Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis, he just fought Lamar Roach and he struggled against him, you know. But when the fight was made, everybody acted like it was a bad fight. It was a cherry pick because he was fighting the champion.
That's a fact, ain't it? Ain't it? I did.
But the champion, albeit a champion, which is symbolizes a good fighter if you're a champion, they made a big deal about him moving up. Okay, cool. You want to say that cherry picked? Okay, fine. That's cool. Nick Ball is fighting a guy that is from a smaller weight, a lower weight. He's moving up and he just came off of a knockout loss at that lower weight at 122. And he's moving up and getting a title shot against Nick Ball. Yeah, that's back to back. So, you know, it's just funny how this is where the contradiction even goes even further, right? No one's saying that this is a bad fight. No one's saying, oh, this is a cherry pick by Nick Ball, but it indeed is. And not to mention, TJ Doheny is getting a title shot coming off of a loss, a stoppage loss. He hurt his neck and his back. You remember that?
Oh, my neck, my back.
His neck? His back?
My neck, my back. My neck, my neck, my neck. My back,
my neck, my back, lick my pussy and
my neck and my back.
My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
He got punched in his stomach and his toe stepped on, and somehow he had a herniated disc in his back. Somehow, you see what I'm saying? But it's so funny. We get mad at guys like Tim Tszyu who get back-to-back title shots against he lost his title to Sebastian Fedora and then he got another title shot immediately against Baccarat. We were mad about that, right? We were mad about Gary Anton Russell losing to Alberto Puello to get an immediate title shot against Jose Rayo Valenzuela. But we're not mad at TJ Doheny or Daigo Higa. Daigo Higa fought Seiya Tsutsumi, right? He just fought Seiya Tsutsumi. You know who he fought before that? Yoshiki Takei. That was a title fight, and he lost. And then he got another title opportunity against Seiya Susumi. Back to back, but we don't say nothing then, huh? So you see how selective we are with the criteria and the grading rubric that we apply to these fighters and a lot of these great fighters. So Nick Ball, you know, he's getting away with fighting TJ Doheny, and they're saying how great and intriguing this matchup is. There's nothing great and intriguing about this matchup. TJ Doheny is 38 years old. Damn. He's coming off of a knockout loss at a lower weight division, and he's getting a title shot at a higher weight division. Let's talk about Nick Ball's compadres, you know what I'm saying? His counterparts in the same division at 126, you know? He's not fighting the same caliber competition as they are, right? I mean, Rafael Espinoza, he just got done fighting Robeisy Ramirez for a rematch, and now he's fighting Nunes, right? Edward Nunes, who's ranked number 11. That's not the highest ranked opponent, but he's ranked fairly high enough to where this would be a good fight, right? That's one of Nick Ball's colleagues right there in the same division. That's a champion in the same division. He's fighting a more formidable guy. Let's talk about Stephen Fulton, right? Stephen Fulton, let's back it up a little bit. Let's talk about Brandon Figueroa. Brandon Figueroa was just elevated to a champion. You know who he fought for his first defense? He fought Stephen Fulton, a guy that he lost to at a lower weight division, and he gave him an opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to have that rematch and go for a belt. So he fought a tough fight, and obviously he ended up losing. Nick Ball's not fighting him, you know, and let's stick with Stephen Fulton before we move on to the other champion in Angelo Leo. Stephen Fulton, right? A lot of people are saying, oh, Nick Ball's fighting Naoya Inoue. Sorry, Nick Ball's fighting TJ Doheny because he wants to fight Naoya Inoue. So he's going to use this as a measuring stick to have a commonality of opponents. Shut up. Shut it up. If he wanted to fight an opponent, to have an opponent in common with Naoya Inoue, why didn't he fight Stephen Fulton? Stephen Fulton just moved up and beat Castro before beating Brandon Figueroa. He could have fought him. That would have been a better measuring stick, a more formidable opponent. He didn't do that. Why didn't he fight Louis Neary? Louis Neary's up there. You know, that'd have been a more formidable opponent. No, instead, he wants to fight TJ Doheny, who just had a back injury from getting his big toe stepped on when he fought Naoya Inoue and getting stopped at a lower weight division. He's not doing it as a freaking measuring stick. He's doing it because it's an easy opportunity to come up. Stop it, man. Like that's the stupidest reason I've ever heard. Oh, he wants to fight a common opponent. Oh, well, why he ain't fight Stephen Fulton or Louis Neary? But anyway, let's move on to another champion, Angelo Leo. You know who Angelo Leo's fighting? He's going to be fighting the #1 ranked opponent in the IBF, his sanctioned body in which he's a champion, Tomoki Kameda. Yeah, he's ranked #1. But Nick Ball is fighting TJ Doheny, who wasn't ranked at all. You know another time that TJ Doheny wasn't ranked? He wasn't ranked when he fought Naoya Inoue. He became magically ranked once the fight was made. And once again here, he wasn't ranked at all at 126. He became magically ranked high once the fight was made with Nick Ball, so it could look better for the optics. But if you pay attention, you know that TJ Doheny was once again not ranked. This fight is garbage. This fight is trash. And if you hold everybody to the same criteria instead of just focusing and being hypercritical of the biggest stars, then you will notice that a lot of these guys that you call cherry pickers, compared to the field, compared to the other fighters, compared to their colleagues, they're not really cherry picking that much. Nick Ball, this has to be one of the biggest cherry picks in the last year.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. You just don't notice because you don't pay attention, or because you just allow other fighters to get away with things that these other fighters could never. Gervonta Davis could never fight a TJ Doheny caliber fighter coming off of a loss at a lower weight division, and you would be okay with it. Canelo could never fight a guy like TJ Doheny who wasn't ranked and coming off of a knockout loss. Talk about he hurt his neck and his back. You know what I'm saying? Like a Kaya song.
My pussy and my neck in my back. My back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack.
And then get away with it. So why are we letting Nick Ball who's a champion? Let's apply the same standard.
Yeah.
But that's it for me, man. I just want to let you know how bad this fight is. This fight is trash. I'm vocalizing my displeasure. I've been telling y'all this before, but people are getting a little too hype about it. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get mad at me, you better come at me correctly. You know what I'm talking about? You better keep up. Don't catch up. You feel me? Because I talk fast and I think faster. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, man, y'all be easy. Take care of yourselves. Don't forget to smack that like button. But most importantly, remember, with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.